You've played such vastly different roles, but I think the thing that unites most of them is the fact that though they're doing questionable things, you believe that people will be drawn in by them. I'm wondering, is that a challenge for you?
Yeah, man, that's a great question because it is something that I'm always conscious of. You know, no matter what kind of character I'm playing, you know, I want people to be relatable. I want them to be a relatable character. That's important to me. And in this case, especially when this is a monster, this is a very evil man, this is a broken man. But if the audience don't kind of understand him or sort of kind of, I could see where he was thinking there, then you lose the audience and, you know, it doesn't become as believable. So that, yeah, it is a massive challenge, but I'm glad that you noticed that because I definitely pay attention to that.
Well, we have to believe that Taraji's character would let this man
Right.
into her home.
Right.
And I think that scene, there's a lot of parallels between Ted Bundy's approach to luring his victims. I was wondering,
Absolutely.
in your research, did you take anything from specific criminals in history?
Not specifically. I wanted to look at the psychosis of it. I wanted to understand what the characteristics are of these people that just, you know, that use this charm to walk into the room and then suddenly can switch like that. And oftentimes it comes from people with a history that has been broken, you know, from their family lives, the way they were raised, you know, and they oftentimes killed little children, killed little animals when they were kids, you know what I mean? There's a psychosis there that was quite familiar amongst from Ted Bundy to others. And I just studied it, just to look at it and see what's going on, and they used elements to sort of bring Colin home to a place to make him sort of like, okay, I see what's going on there.
It's true, and they say that the best criminals, or the scariest, I guess, are the people you would least suspect.
Yeah.
It can be argued that good criminals are also good actors.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's true, and especially this role, but also, you know, your early work on The Wire, Stringer Bell, that's a character who had a completely different persona that he presented, and then behind closed doors was another person. So I'm wondering, with that work, working with such a talented group all those years ago, do you find that what you learned on set comes into play here in your current work in a role like this?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I realized that, you know, who I am, Idris, you know, people are starting to understand, oh, this is Idris, this is how he speaks, this is who he is. Before that, they wouldn't have a concept of who I am. So, you know, now, you know, it's really important for me to be very different, you know, and taking what I've learned on Luther or Mandela or Stringer Bell as, you know, how you have to really sort of dig into a character for an audience to come with you. Especially a film like this, you need that, you know, you need that depth. You need to, you know, it's not just about being scary. You just really want to sort of bring the audience into a place where they're like, okay, you know. Definitely having, you know, great roles and great writing like Luther and Stringer Bell will, you know, help me to sort of, how do I make this character better? What are the words? What words don't I need to say? What can I say more?
Hey, you talk about, you know, your public persona. At this point, people really know you as quite a funny person off camera. Do you think that that'll start to influence sort of the roles you get? I would love to see you in a comedy.
I hope so, man. I didn't realize I'm funny, but yeah, I hope to, definitely, because I've never done any comedy. I haven't done, you know, I did a bit of comedy on The Office, but I was the straight guy.
You were the stern one.
Yeah, I was the stern one, yeah.
You were the killjoy.
In real life, I'm a little goofy, and I'd love to do that. I mean, a rom-com would be nice. I don't know.
Hello.
Hello, anyone listening?
I want to see you run to the airport and stop the girl from getting on the plane.
Yeah.
Do you think that'd be
That's
lovely?
what I'm talking about. I love it. I love it.
Maybe a musical? You do have a musical background too?
This is another thing
There
that
we
I'd like
go.
to do, you know? Musicals used to be really cool, and when we were kids, we didn't mind it. Now we're a little older, we're like, musicals, haha. But, you know, I think there's a version of a musical that could be cool. You get a hug at the end of this interview
Do
for
I
that.
really?
What? Yes.
But then I have nothing to live up to after that.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, no hugs then.
No, please.
Can you speed if you just say
And I was promised a hug.
Oh yeah, that's very true.
And
we
no,
go.
my life is complete now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
As I was saying, you're one of few actors that could kill a woman with a shovel, and then moments later, people are cheering for you in a shower scene.
Really?
Oh,
That's what happened?
You didn't see the movie with the public yet?
No.